Holy crap. I don't know what it is, but something just does not look right. The fact that the chair is better done than the figure is not a good thing. Hello everyone, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today we are unboxing the newest Tanya figure. This is by FuRyu, and right now she's actually on sale. A little cheaper than I got her, I'm a little salty about that. For $175. She initially came out in the $300 range, but when I bought her, the yen was down, so she wasn't quite that much at all. Thank God that the yen goes down. I wanted to go ahead and open this because it's kind of a controversial figure, not like terribly controversial. Tanya fans were very split on whether to get this figure or not. Before I do though, I did get some other Tanya stuff off of Zen Market not too long ago that I wanted to open up first. So let's go ahead and do that. So the first thing here is going to be a keychain. This is a keychain that was specific to the movie. I believe it is Mary Sue's keychain. Full disclosure, I have not seen the Tanya movie, which I'm a little, you know, ashamed. Not even. I should have seen it at this point. I love Tanya, and I just haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it. Tactical weapons, girls and boys, groove garbage. Groove garbage. I like that. It sounds like a band. Reminds me of groove coverage. So this was like $2, not even. Super cheap. It's a very blingy gun. All right. It's not bad. I thought it was gonna be not rubber like this. I think it's cute. Mary Sue looks very cute. Again, I don't know tons about her. I obviously know what you've seen in the anime if you've watched Tanya, and where we're up to in the manga as of 19, because I still haven't read 20, and I'm pretty sure we're on 21 at this point. It looks pretty adorable. Nothing special, and again, it was a super cheap keychain, so even the fact that it's not what I expected it to be is totally fine. I think it's cute. It'll look very nice either on the pinboard of shame or my backpack. The other thing we have here is another super cheap item. Here's the box. I saw quite a few of these go up when I was looking up Youjo Senki. If you're gonna look these up on Yahoo Auctions, definitely look them up in Japanese. You seem to get more options that way. She's so small. Look at that. Look how tiny she is. She's in here like this. I really expected it to be much bigger than this. I kind of love that it's so tiny. I wanted this though because it's the manga art style versus the anime art style, and even the anime art style is very cute. I do prefer the Tanya manga over the anime. Plop her right here, and we plop the little... Oh, how do you plop this in here? Sideways? Hold on. It's kind of awkward that it's sideways like that. Like that's a little strange, don't you think? I was thinking maybe it'd be more along the size of like anchovy here. This is the size I was expecting, just for your reference. She's very small, but I think it looks fine. The details there, it's authentic to the art style of the manga. It looks really nice. There's no scratches or anything. This figure I got new. We're gonna see if she's worth it for $175. I almost guarantee you she's not worth it for what I got her for, so. With me saying that, you might be like, why would you even pick her up? There's actually a really good logical explanation for that. Tanya figures go up insanely aftermarket. Her Figma, her Nendoroid, her other figures. I've been eyeing the other figures, and yeah, there will be reviews of those in the future, but I do happen to have her Nendoroid. I do happen to have her Figma, and they did go up like crazy. I think I've seen her Nendoroid posted for $150. I mean, the fact that this right now you can get for a little more than that, it's kind of insane, especially considering, you know, I mean, it's an Android. It's nothing crazy. This is what the top of the box looks like, and sides. I will say she looks like she's bigger than I thought she was going to be, which is a welcome surprise. I have to say, I do like this little detail of this printed inside the box. As someone who appreciates package design, I think is kind of cool. In fact, I'm seeing from the inside that the entire thing looks like it has some other prints in it. Yeah, the inside of the box has Youjo Senki even printed on the side that you wouldn't see, so that's neat, I guess. A lot of times with figures, you'll get an insert inside of the box, and that'll be printed on. Makes sense. It's like a whole nother piece. This is actually printed on the inside of the packaging. I feel like they probably spent a little bit more money on this packaging, and maybe that's why the price was a little higher. It's a dumb thing to spend money on. FuRyu, if I can give you one suggestion, don't do that. So here we have the directions. They tell us how to put her on the chair, and here she is in the blister. One of the concerns that was brought up on my figure collection that she was going to be ridiculously small and smaller than her Pop-Up Parade, but if you're looking at it from a scale standpoint, it does look like she is a little bit bigger than that. Here she is, and here her chair is. Ooh, she's slipping right out. I have to say, the face I am not a fan of at all. Oh my gosh. I'm actually really disappointed in the face of this. I don't know what it is, but something just does not look right. Here is the artwork that this is based on, and I have a couple of issues right off the bat. The first thing that I noticed when looking at the figure is her eyelashes, which are really, really obnoxiously painted. The fact that they did the dark green and then the lighter green, yes, it almost looks black, but it's not, really annoys me. Specifically having that light greenish color, then the dark greenish gray color, then the gray color, which is just a shadow on her eyeball, looks really, really bad. I think maybe if they made that gray that's supposed to just be the shading in the eye maybe a little lighter, it would have turned out a bit better. I feel like overall these eyes are too dark. Even the blue in her eyes is far too dark compared to the original artwork, and it just kind of makes the whole thing look dull. I guess it is technically accurate if you're looking at this, but then you also have the lines, for instance, where her brow is furrowing. It's supposed to be black, it's a part of her facial expression, but they made it the same color as her eyebrow, which might seem like a minor detail, but when you see that there's that line where her eyelid would be and that's black, plus the little mark under her eye, that's black, it's like they kind of just decided to do whatever the hell they wanted, wherever the hell they wanted, and it really did not turn out well at all. The biggest victim in all this is her freaking smile. What is going on with that? They did like this shadowy thing with this, I think it's gray. I can't even tell what color that is, honestly. But lining the whole thing like that looks so bad. There's no shading, and there is shading on the original. So you went with this like very accurate yet way too saturated version of the eyes to this complete just like bullshit version of her smile. It doesn't even capture the original image that well because you don't see her upper lip. This face is honestly so disappointing. Wow, I didn't expect this to become a brutal review, but now this is becoming a brutal review and I'm kind of sad about it. But yeah, they didn't even highlight her lips at all, which are highlighted on the original artwork. Again, if you were going specifically with the original artwork, I wouldn't have a problem with this stuff, but to go with it wherever you want and then not in other places, it just doesn't look good. Her hair, I think, is very, very well done. I think the little curly Q is fantastic and everything else about that is great. But the face is so bad on this figure. I do not recommend this. If you're a huge Tanya fan and you feel like you need every Tanya figure out there, you're probably going to want to pick her up because I'm sure she'll go up aftermarket regardless because it's a Tanya figure and they tend to be they tend to go up. I don't know why. As for the outfit, I think that it's okay. I don't see anything terribly wrong. The cross is kind of not great. It's hard to see where the flaws are, so if you're not looking at it as close as I am, you're not going to notice that. But they actually did miss a little bit of the coloring that they should have had in mine. Shading on the skin, I think, is very well done. In her arms, it gets a little dark in areas, but I think that's okay. I do question the color they even chose for her hair. Next to the original artwork, this hair is a little bit dark. And I will say that most of the other Tanya figures, at least the ones that I have, do happen to have a more saturated palette for their hair, making it more bright, more blonde than even she is in most of the concept art. I kind of would prefer that over the dullness of what this is. Again, the sculpt is really good. In fact, I think the sculpt of this entire figure is good. The application of the decal for the eyes is just one of the weirdest things. I also don't even think mine is even. I think mine is actually tilted, but I can't tell because it's such a weird face to make. I think that the shirt looks good, but I do think it could use a little more shading just because you went all out with the shading for the eyes, and I don't understand why you'd go all out for the shading with the eyes if you weren't going to go all out shading with the rest of the outfit or the figure. Nothing else has that crazy amount of shading, and I almost feel like that would be more forgivable because at least then I'd know what they were going for. This looks like someone created the decal, put it on, was like, that's a little dark, but that's okay. That would be fine if this was a cheaper figure, but because it's so expensive, I can't forgive it. If you want to see what I'm talking about with the hair and the eyes, though, all you have to do is look at the cover of this and you can literally tell how dull everything looks versus the anime. And again, you're going for the anime style. I expect to see that kind of quality. Let's go ahead and stop complaining and put her on her base. I honestly don't think I needed directions for this, but we'll see. We'll see. Right off the bat, the chair is very impressive. There are smudges on the back though, which considering I got this new is kind of strange. I don't really care about that stuff, but again, because I got it new, I'm gonna point it out, gonna pick at it a bit, because why is there smudges on the back of my base? That's just not right. The rest of the chair looks really good. I really like the gloss of the arms, and honestly, this chair looks better than she does. The fact that the chair is better done than the figure is not a good thing. If this was part of another figure that was better done than she was, I would say like this looks like $170 thing. The fact they were trying to charge $300 for this is absolute nonsense. Here we have her gun. It's okay. There's no shading whatsoever on this thing. I think she looks good, but again, you have no shading. Not even on the inside of this pant leg where you can kind of see up her leg a little bit. There should be some shading there for sure, especially, again, given the price point. I think that the chair is perfect, and I actually really like the concept of this figure. I think it looks better than the original artwork because the original artwork is not my favorite. I don't know why out of every Tanya concept art you'd go for this one. I think overall this figure is okay. It's fine, but the face is one of the most important things for a figure for me. That's how you get the figure to look like the character. So the fact that they messed that up, I can't recommend this figure. Again, I like the concept. I think it's unique, especially considering all the other Tanya figures we have. We've never had her in an outfit like this. It is very different. I don't think we've had her with this type of gun. So I'm happy in the sense that this is something different, but again, is it worth it? That's very debatable, and I would say probably not. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think about this figure in the comments below. I'm a figure collector who collects whatever she wants. Once a month, I do promise a Girls into Panzer video because I do tend to be collecting a lot of Girls into Panzer stuff. If you've made it this far, I assume you at least somewhat like me. So if you could like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. Really helps the channel out. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I will see you all next time. Bye!